Let me ask you a question. How do you spell America? I learned my alphabet by the time I was 6. It was pretty simple. A was for apple, B, banana, and so on and so forth. Well, I hit a wall at the age of 18 when I realized that children were learning a different meaning. A was for Adderall, B because, see, I can't get through the day without a Ritalin because my mama called the doctor and the doctor said, "Your son has ADHD or ADD. We're diagnosing children with a fake disease and feeding them medication that only hides a problem. It doesn't fix it. You're not treating anything, just creating another pill addiction." D is for deaf, dumb, and distracted. We're too focused on what the next iPhone will look like to notice the fact that the pharmaceutical companies have been making a killing off of our youth, that we're losing our integrity, and you have the right to information as long as it's not the truth. E is for education. But it's not the type of education where children are learning about the way the world works. It's an education where children are trapped in classrooms, choking on chalkboard dust, with useless information being crammed down their throats and still being told that they're not good enough. We're taught to fall in line and blindly follow behind a shepherd that's leading us to our death. We teach our children to grow up and get jobs they don't want, to be miserable day in and day out for the rest of their lives so they can make enough money to have a family and raise a child to teach you to do the same thing. F is for freedom, because you have the right to live in America 100% free without persecution for the one-time low price of a $10.99. This offer is only valid for college graduates of the best degrees, and please try your best to be not too fat, too skinny, too rich, too poor. Don't drink, smoke, do, or sell drugs. Don't get an abortion. Actually, for that matter, don't even consider one, and above all, try to be a white, Christian, heterosexual male that was lucky enough to be raised in the suburbs and not the ghetto. G is for God. God bless you, God bless us, God bless America, and God we trust, and God damn it, you can be whatever religion you want as long as you believe in God, because the minute you don't, the Christians will tell you you're wrong. H is for hereditary poverty. I is for I can't, I won't, I refuse to listen to a poem about America because I was forced to say I pledge allegiance before I understood what it meant. J is for jail. K is for the kids that didn't have a chance, that grew up in a place where A and B was for assault and battery. C was for children's court. D, the Department of Social Services. L is for the lip service we receive from politicians that don't care about the people as long as it puts another dollar in their pocket. M is for money. N is for no, you can't, never try, never fail. O is for oppression. P is for personal choice, of which you have none because democracy is a lie. The only choice you have now is Pepsi or Coke. Q is for quitters never win. R is for racism when it should be for revolution regardless of your color. R is for rewind, resize, reshape, retry, resize, reshape, because you are never going to fit in. R is for the ridicule received from society by a 15-year-old girl who got pregnant, whose daddy was a drunk, and instead of going home and risking another black eye, she went and got an abortion. And every day on the walk to that clinic, she saw bands of people with signs in their hands saying she was killing that baby, as if it wasn't already hard enough to make that decision, but she was lucky enough to live in a place where pro-choice existed. R is for the right to protest, and the ones that abuse that complain about their rights getting taken away when they're protesting homosexual marriage. If you don't like your rights getting taken away, stop trying to take away someone else's. You are not a revolutionary, you are a hypocrite. S is for the schools that don't have enough funding yet jails are overflowing. For the schools that can't afford textbooks yet police cars look like Chargers. S is for the schoolboy who at 10 years old will be dead or in jail by age 20 just because of where he lives. S is for the scared and for the silenced. T is for the terrified. U is for the unemployed and the underpaid. V is for a vicious cycle that will never be broken. And of course, W is for the wars. But W is also for the wise men that say few words, and I refuse to be quiet any longer. X is for the variables, the ones like me, the ones like you that stand up and say something about it but are silenced by the people. Why? Because nobody wants to believe that America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. Z is for zero, because there is a 0% chance that this poem will change anything. But let me ask you a question. How do you spell America?